Hey, Joey Star here for Star Quality Kitchen. So my team has been telling me that there's this new pumpkin flavored seasonal limited time edition item that I need to review for you today. And they wanted it to be a bit of a surprise. Now I'm thinking, gosh, I mean, what pumpkin thing do I not know about already that I haven't tried? I mean, there's pumpkin ice cream, there's coffee and coffee creamer flavors, there's cereals and cookies and, you know, pastries, all this stuff with pumpkin. I mean, what's left really? I mean, what's it going to be, like a pumpkin hamburger or a pumpkin pizza or, I don't know, a pumpkin ramen? What? No. You're fucking with me. Yep, they just broke the news to me. Turns out that there is a pumpkin ramen. And worse than that, it's made by Cup Noodles. If you've seen any of my reviews where there was instant ramen, if I spoke about Cup of Noodles, you know they're nowhere near the top of the ramen game as far as I'm concerned. From a scale from 0 to Buldak, Cup of Noodles is down here. And pumpkin pie flavor, I'm gonna be honest, I really love pumpkin stuff. And this doesn't sound that great to me, but you never know. I guess we gotta give it a shot here. I just wanna note that if you're looking at the instructions there, that after it tells you how to make the ramen, which is just your standard instructions, it says here, for an even more satisfying pumpkin pie experience, try topping with whipped cream after microwaving. Nope. Let's go ahead and just make us some ramen. Not gonna lie, NGL, but this actually smells pretty good. You have to nuke it for about 3 minutes, which is pretty standard. I have to admit, the last minute of it, the kitchen started to smell like somebody was making something yummy with pumpkin, like a pumpkin soup maybe. It kind of smells like, and I guess if you can have pumpkin soup as a normal item, maybe ramen's not that far-fetched after all. I'm gonna give you a little close-up, kind of show you here what that's looking like. Because it's such a odd, dullish, brownish kind of color, it makes the noodles look kind of mushy-like, even though when I'm touching it with my chopsticks, it's really not very mushy. And unless I'm mistaken, based on this here, it seems like the noodles is really soaking up that broth, like maybe too much so. It doesn't feel like they're very al dente. It's a decent texture, especially, you know, considering that it's cup noodles. It's a little better than I expected it to look. The aroma's really not bad, dude. I guess what really matters, right? What we really want to know right now is, how does this taste? Let's give that a shot. Let's start with this broth, which seems to be disappearing into the noodle here. In the minute or so that I'm standing here talking to you, it's gone from being soupy almost down to being like a dry noodle. Very little broth there whatsoever. So let me get a sip while there's still a sip to be had. Okay, that's, you know what? That's not half bad. It's interesting. Not entirely what I was expecting. There's definitely like this rustic flavor that you get from squashes, i.e. pumpkins. A hint of a sweetness to it, a little bit of a cinnamon flavor to it, and perhaps maybe a little nutmeg. Is that in here? It sure tastes like there is. And I think I might taste maybe like a little bit of onion, and I don't know, based on the color and a little bit of the taste, there might be a bit of paprika in here too. It's not delicious, but it's not bad. Let me go ahead. Like I said, these are really soggy looking noodles, but let's see here. Let's try to give this a shot. It didn't take very long for these to get kind of soggy, so it's definitely not an al dente. It's really like, I mean, these noodles, it sucked up that broth, got a little bloated from it, and got really, so there's not a lot of chew to it. There's a little bit of it there. This is the kind of thing I expect from cup noodles, so it's not really surprising. The noodle does seem to do a good job, though, of picking up the flavor from the broth. If anything, it might be doing too good of a job, and that's why they're so soggy. Like I said, these noodles, I mean, if you look now, I mean, you can't even see a broth in there. Is there even anything in here to spill out other than noodles? No. The actual flavor, It's not offensive. I mean, it's what they say it is. It's pumpkin. You know, a touch of sweetness, a hint of a spice, not hot, but spice like you get with fall flavors. You know, I can understand why they made the suggestion to maybe put a dollop of like Cool Whip or whipped cream on here, because the flavor that's here is kind of like a light so-so pumpkin pie, and therefore whipped cream would bring out a nice contrast to those flavors, you know, adding a bit more sweet to there and a bit more creaminess. I think I can see how that would work with these noodles. Let me get another slurp here. The plus side of how much the broth is completely swallowed up by the noodles is that it's really maintaining that heat in there. I mean, I'm just burning myself. You probably can't see this steam, but believe me, this is one steamy mofo. And it's kind of nice to dig into the noodles and have it still be that hot after a couple of minutes. Take a little more. So essentially, barely any chew, strong pumpkin flavor, not over the top, but very distinctively pumpkin. They say it's a mix of natural and other flavors. I can taste that for certain. There's a part of me that wants to hate this because it's cup noodles and it's such an outlandish idea, but I don't hate it. I'm not going to go to the store and just like say, hey, I got to get some of that pumpkin flavored cup noodles because I'm craving it. No, that's never going to happen. But maybe if a better brand made something like this, I'd be willing to try it out because I'd be curious, because it's, all things considered, it's really not that bad. On a scale from 0 to 5, I'm going to give it like a 3, or at least a height, or maybe like a 2.8 or something, but somewhere around 3. It's not terrible, but it's not all that good either. It's edible. If you're starving, this is the only cup noodles you have, then you could do worse. So how about you? Have you tried this entity, the pumpkin pie flavored ramen noodle from Cup Noodles? What did you think? Do you actually like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, if there's another novelty ramen flavor that you think I should try out and maybe even review, drop that into the comments below too. Now's the time where all the fall flavors are there. They started in September. They're probably going to run well into December. Let me know what you think. If there's something else you want me to try anyway, because hey, this is also your channel. Thanks so much for watching Star Quality Kitchen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. Laters. You know, the more that I eat this, the more that I'm glad that there's less of it left to eat.